Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tank. Today we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana. I'll be giving you my thoughts about where we are in the market, as well as where I think we might be going in the short to near future. Before I go any further, if you guys could do me a huge favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I actually have a giveaway happening on this channel where I will be giving away a 50-inch flat screen TV to one lucky subscriber once we do hit 1,000 subs here on YouTube. So if you guys like what you just heard, you want to be supportive, or you possibly just want to win yourself a 50-inch flat screen TV, all you need to do is sub to the channel. I'm just going to cut to it and get right into Bitcoin's 4-hour time frame using Market Cipher as our primary oscillator and indicator tool. And right now, Bitcoin is trading for $46,085. I'm going to point out a couple of things that I'm seeing that's of concern, and I think you should be concerned about as well. Now, I'm not being overly bearish. Please don't kick me while I'm saying all this. I'm just being real with you guys. I want everybody to succeed or at least be as well protected as possible. The first thing that I'm seeing on Market Cipher A, which is the top section of the charts here, again, we're on the Bitcoin 4-hour time frame, is that we are struggling to get above this 200 EMA. The 200 EMA is this blue line, and you better believe that that is a good indicator whether we're in an uptrend or going to be going back down into a downtrend. Look at previous price action, guys. When we're above the 200 EMA, that's when we're in an uptrend or in a bull market. And when we get cut below the 200 EMA, that's when we're in a downtrend. So guess what, guys? The facts are the facts. We are not conquering this 200 EMA. And until we actually do, you can throw everything else anybody else is telling you on YouTube out the window, because it doesn't matter until we conquer this 200 EMA. Don't get confident until that happens. We need to get above the 200 EMA and stick above it with force, with strength, so we can turn this dump back around and keep seeing higher price points like everybody wants to see for Bitcoin and the rest of these assets. So let's go on into what's been rhyming as far as recent price action and current price action. So we talked about the 200 EMA. We talked about the need to conquer that. If we don't, we're going to go back into a similar situation like this. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be as dramatic as what we already went through, but if we don't, there's a good chance that that will happen. Let's go into things that are rhyming here. Let me point it out to you guys. Current price action, recent price action, current top, all-time high, right? Right around $64,000, $65,000. What happened right before that, and what happened right after we got pushed down that cliff? So we had a rally up, we had a dump, we had a rally up. We had a rally up, we had a dump, we had a rally up. Then we got pushed off the cliff. Boom. Cut through the 50 EMA, cut through the 200 EMA, stayed below the 200 EMA, struggled to get above it, and then got dumped on again. What's happening right now? Cut below the 50 EMA, cut below the 200 EMA, struggling to get above it. If price actions don't necessarily repeat themselves but rhyme, look at what I'm showing you and give it weight, because there's a reason why that saying is there. It's right most of the time. Don't ignore it. What you want versus what's happening is two different things. I'm going to show you guys something really interesting for Ethereum. And again, I don't mean to be preaching or yelling at anybody. I'm not trying to come across that way one bit or whatsoever. I'm just being very, very honest with you guys. That's what we're dealing with. And that's the way we're going to get out of it, is if we just stop selling and looking at the bigger picture. There's nothing technically and fundamentally other than the FUD, other than the powers that be that are trying to manipulate you and shake you. There's nothing going on that should be telling us lower price points. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Just want to point it out to you guys, though. So it's on us. It's on us. Let's go into what I found for Ethereum. I made a video of this yesterday, but if you guys didn't catch it, I found a very interesting bot happening for Ethereum's 4-hour time frame. Now, I don't know if this is one whale's bots or a collective amount of whales, and they got together and have this massive bot happening. But I'm going to show you something really interesting, and I want to bring it to everybody's attention because I think it's beneficial for us retail traders and or investors going forward. Now, again, this is not financial advice, but I just wanted to point it out to you guys. And this was all because of one lovely lady named Steph, who is in our Discord group, kind of made a comment, and it snowballed in my mind, and I started doing my homework and trying to find out if there was any kind of weight to what she was saying. She kept saying, I get dumped on at the same time every single night. And she's from Canada, and I was like, well, you know, what? I wonder if there's like a certain time that it seems to always happen. And sure enough, there's a certain magical time frame that this bot likes to trade on that influences the market. And I want you guys to really pay attention to this. Again, not financial advice, but if you're looking for a long or a short, follow what I'm saying, because it hits it like clockwork every single time. So the yellow is obviously downward selling pressure when the bot kicks in. And then the white obviously are going to be when it pumps it back up. What happens, guys? Okay, yesterday, the initiation happened at 2300 on TradingView, which is 11 Central Standard Time here in the States. We got dumped on. What happened again here at 2300? We got dumped on. We rallied, but we did get dumped on. Let me show you guys if I'm back testing, because I didn't want to make it coincident. I wanted to back test and see how many times this actually happens. Let me just show you guys here, okay? So 2300, dump, 2300, pump, 2300 leads to a pump, 2300 leads to a pump. Follow the time frames down here. If you guys are not believing me, the time frames are down here. Pump. I'm going to have to scoot it over because my big body's in the way. If I'm back testing it here right now. 2300, dump, 2300, pump, back test. I'm telling you, every one of these are spot on. So I'm just kind of skipping through them, showing you guys the more relevant ones. 2300, pump, 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 2300, dump, right? So again, guys, now we're going into where we're at the bottom of our recent bear. But let me show you guys here, guys. So 2300 right here. This could be a little bit more accurate. 2300 is right here. Pump, 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 pump. 2300 right there. Called the top of the candles, dump. Are you guys following the time frames down below? It's amazing. 2300 pump. Right here, 2300. Called the top of this candle, dump. 2300, dump. So you could, not saying financial advice, I'm just saying you could just go by 11 Central Standard Time and just kind of hedge, see what's happening. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying, ever since the top right here, again, same setup, guys, same setup. Look at the time frame, 2300 when we called the top. This happened exactly 2300 on TradingView, 11 Central Standard Time, dump. Right here, we rallied again. We rallied at 2300 again. I'm not joking. I'm not zoomed in, so you can't really see it complete accuracy. But we rallied 2300. We come up to 2300 again, dump, 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 dump. I'm telling you, watch that time frame for Ethereum. I don't even want to get into any other TA other than that's your TA right there. 4-hour time frame, watch the 2300. Go ahead and back test it yourself. Back test it. There's going to be little slight differences because, obviously momentum will kind of offset things, but the vast majority of the price action movement, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, all happen on 2300, which is 11 Central Standard Time here in the States, guys. Anyway, that's what's happening for Ethereum. Currently trading $3,434. I'm not even going to get into it. Because that alone should just tell you, what you need to know as far as your trading, investing goes. Right now, much like Bitcoin, it's going to follow Bitcoin. It's unfortunate it is going to do what it's going to do. And I already told you guys my thoughts about Bitcoin. We need to conquer that 200 EMA on Bitcoin before we start seeing rallies. Yes, we could start seeing some strength. Ethereum's holding above their 200 EMA, which is a good thing. The RSIs are a little bit different. We're in the green. RSIs are pointing upwards for Ethereum's 3-hour time frame, pointing upwards. So Ethereum looking a lot better though right now than Bitcoin. We are in the green, or we are in the red on the 2-hour time frame as far as money flow goes. But we are starting to create curvature here on Market Cipher B. The RSIs are pointing up, so that looks better than Bitcoin per se right now. RSIs on the 1 hour pointing back up here, and again we have some pretty good curvature with Ethereum. So there's that. If we've gone over to ADA, guys, ADA. Let me go and show you guys what I have for ADA. We're just going to use the Fibonacci retracement tool on the 4-hour time frame. Let me reset my charts here, make it look a little nicer. And again, we are hitting right there on the 0.618, bounced off that quite well actually. Came back up, and now we're sitting right above it. ADA's getting hit with a whole bunch of issues. When, in all honesty, I'm a big holder of ADA. I'm not touching it. I don't care what happens. I'm not touching it for 5 to 10 years. But there's just a lot of FUD happening right now, and there's a lot of people working against ADA because it's the new contender. It's the upcoming contender, which has smart contracts being deployed in just a couple of days on the 12th of this month, which is just a couple of days away. So every competitor is FUDding ADA. And it's testnet and its problems that they're having, which is funny to me because it's a testnet for a reason. You're supposed to find bugs in it, you crazies. but that's why it's there. You're supposed to be able to find these issues and then deal with them accordingly. And honestly, it's just, it's the new kid on the block, so they're going to pick on them. There's nothing wrong with ADA. I still believe 110% in ADA's future. I think it's a great platform. I'm not being shook one bit on my investment. I do think we'll start seeing higher price points. We're just going to go through volatility with a bunch of the FUD, guys. That's what happens anytime a new competitor comes around. There's people picking on them all the time. Now, you can have your opinion about it. That's just mine, but I do think that we're going to be seeing higher price points if we were patient. On ADA, guys, I do think that we need to come back up and conquer the 200 EMA, just like Bitcoin. Let me go ahead and get rid of this so you guys can see it better. But just like Bitcoin, we need to conquer the 200 EMA. On the 4-hour time frame using Market Cipher B, you can see that the RSIs are starting to kind of flatten out here. We are still in the red, creating some kind of curvature here on the money flow. If the 3-hour time frame looking like it's trying to curve back up. We did get a pretty good buy signal, but it wasn't followed up with the money flow in the green. So we're just dealing with things. There's going to be volatile. If you guys caught my past videos, I told you it was going to be very volatile going forward for ADA, and it is what it is, guys. We're just going through it. Now let's go to Solana, the hoss of them all, guys. If you guys weren't watching the dump yesterday live, you guys didn't see what I saw, and it was amazing, guys. Throughout it all, Solana rejected the dump, rallied so hard that it set a new high for itself just yesterday, guys. It was insane. Look at that. The dump, then it came back up and said, nah, and got to $201 on Coinbase and set the high again. It was insane. It set an all-time high throughout the dump. That's the strength of Solana right now. With that being said, I hold a good amount of Solana. I'm looking to reaccumulate more. I don't think this is necessarily over, but I could be wrong because here on the 2-hour, I'm showing strength. We are in the green. We see a green dot here. Our size are pointing back up. The 3-hour time frame, same thing. Everything's with Solana right now on the 4-hour time frame as well. I'll go to the 1-hour time frame. Yeah, right now Solana looks good, guys. We're above the 200 EMA on the 1-hour. See what the 4-hour, yep, above the 50, above the 200. There's no stopping Solana. I don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else to say about Solana, guys. If you're not bullish about Solana, then I don't know what you're doing, because it's just going. It's just going. If I use my Fibonacci retracement, I can show you guys right now that even if we were to swing low again, we're looking at just like it did before. Look at the price action. These fib lines match up perfectly. We wicked all the way down to that 0.618, bounced all the way back up, came up to the 786, came up, and now we're just above the 786, guys. It's like magic. There's a portion of Solana. I did sell some at the top, and then came back down, reaccumulated a little bit more. Throughout this dump, my whole focus was accumulating more Solana, and I was fortunate enough to do that. So it is what it is, but I'm looking to accumulate more, and I don't know what advice to give you guys, because I don't want to tell you to buy while it's pumping, but it looks like it's pumping, ignoring everything. So yeah, that's what I got though, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are following the channel. Like I said, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can win a 15-inch flat screen TV just for doing so. With that being said, don't over leverage, don't overextend. Watch the 200 EMA for Bitcoin. Stay blessed. Peace.